The road into Keystone, West Virginia isn't one you find by accident. It's not a place you stumble upon while chasing cell service or following a GPS shortcut. You have to know where you're going, and you have to want to get there. You have to want it. The journey itself is a kind of quiet commitment, a promise to leave behind the familiar and venture into the heart of Appalachia, where the mountains seem to guard their secrets closely. You leave the main highway and take a turn. The world changes instantly. The hum of traffic fades, replaced by the hush of wind through the trees and the distant call of a bird. The trees close in, the air thickens, and you're transported back in time, winding through the Appalachian Mountains. The landscape feels ancient, as if it's been waiting for centuries for someone to notice its quiet beauty. Here, the landscape isn't conquered, it's embraced. The mountains don't yield easily. They shape the lives and rhythms of everyone who calls this place home. Each curve reveals raw beauty, rolling hills, shaded hollows, and a town that appears quietly around a bend in Elkhorn Creek. It's as if Keystone is tucked away, revealed only to those who truly seek it. Keystone doesn't shout for attention, it whispers. The town greets you with a gentle hush, inviting you to listen, to look closer, to feel its pulse beneath the surface. Old brick buildings line the main street, some boarded up, others alive with small signs of daily life. There's a sense of history in every brick, every faded sign, every window that catches the morning sun. There's a stillness here, a peace tinged with sadness, the quiet after a long, roaring noise. It's a silence that feels earned, not empty. History hangs in the air, unvarnished and unapologetic. The past isn't hidden away. It's part of the landscape, woven into the fabric of daily life. The streets are mostly empty, save for a few residents and the gentle murmur of the creek. Life moves at a different pace here, unhurried and deliberate. This place forces you to slow down, to notice the stories in cracked pavements and peeling paint. Every mark tells of years gone by, of people who stayed and those who left. I didn't come for trendy restaurants or galleries. I came for something real. I came to find the heartbeat of a town that's endured, to see what remains when the world moves on. Keystone is a town with scars, but also with soul, a tough, resilient, deeply human soul. The people here carry the weight of history, but also the hope of tomorrow. As I stand here, I sense I'm about to meet people who know what it means to endure. Their stories are written in their faces, in the way they greet a stranger, in the pride they take in their home. In Keystone, holding on is an act of quiet defiance. Every painted porch, every tended garden is a testament to the strength it takes to stay. This is a place that's been tested but never broken. The sun still rises over these hills and the town endures, stubborn and proud, and that's why I'm here, to listen, to learn, and to understand what it means to belong to a place that refuses to be forgotten. To understand Keystone, you must understand coal. The town was born from the black seams running through these mountains. Immigrants and Southerners alike came for steady work, united by the darkness and danger of the mines. Coal was everything, the lifeblood, the reason for the town's existence. The work was brutal, long hours, black dust, constant risk. Yet miners kept going, fueling the nation's growth with their sacrifice. The coal companies owned it all, the mines, the houses, the stores, keeping workers in a cycle of debt. It was a hard life, but it forged a powerful sense of community. Today the mines are mostly silent, but coal's legacy is everywhere. In the streets, the buildings, and the memories. The stories of the mines are passed down, tales of hardship and pride. Keystone's history is inseparable from coal, both a source of pride and a heavy burden. Walking down Keystone's main street is like stepping into a forgotten film set, where every brick and window seems to hold a memory. The air is thick with stories and the quiet is almost cinematic, as if the town itself is waiting for the next scene to unfold. The buildings speak of past prosperity, ornate brickwork, grand proportions now faded and quiet. Once these facades bustled with energy, echoing the laughter and footsteps of generations who called this place home. Now, their beauty lingers, softened by time and weather, a testament to the town's enduring spirit. Many storefronts are vacant, but life persists in pockets. The town hall, a small post office, a corner shop. These places are more than just businesses. They're gathering spots where neighbors exchange news and laughter, and where the pulse of the community still beats strong. I meet Mary, who's lived here all her life. She remembers when the street was crowded, every building alive with purpose. Her eyes light up as she recalls parades, dances, and the simple joys of a close-knit town, where everyone knew each other's names and stories. The people are the true landmarks, open, warm, curious. Their smiles are genuine, their greetings heartfelt, and their sense of belonging is woven into the very fabric of the town. Earl, a retired miner, shares stories of hard work and mountain beauty, never complaining, always grateful. He talks about the coal mines, the camaraderie, and the pride that comes from a lifetime spent shaping the land and supporting a family. Off the main street, old houses stand with quiet grace, each unique, each with a story. Their weathered porches and creaking steps hint at decades of laughter, sorrow, and resilience. Wide porches, bright paint, and rocking chairs invite neighbors to linger and connect. Here, conversations stretch into the evening, and the bonds of community are strengthened with every shared moment. Life here is lived slowly, in tune with the mountains. The rhythm of the day is set by the sun and the seasons, not by the rush of traffic or the glare of city lights. It's a simple, unhurried way of life, far from the city's frantic pace. There's a peace here that settles deep, a sense of contentment that comes from knowing and loving your home. In Keystone, history isn't just remembered, it's lived every day. The past is present in every handshake, every story told on a porch, every tradition passed down. The past and present walk side by side, shaping a future that honors both memory and hope. Keystone's story is shared by many towns across Appalachia. What happens when the industry that built a place disappears? When the coal mines closed, it wasn't just jobs that vanished. It was identity. People left, businesses shuttered, and the population dwindled. Abandoned houses and empty streets are silent monuments to what was lost. The town's infrastructure, built for thousands, now strains to serve a few hundred. Maintaining roads and services is a daily struggle. The challenges are immense: shrinking tax base, aging population, isolation. There's a sense of loss, but also resilience. It would be easy to see only decline, but that misses the real story. The people who remain are the heart of Keystone's survival. To truly understand Keystone, you have to listen to its people. Their voices, their laughter, and even their silences. Every wrinkle, every glance tells a story shaped by the land and the years. I meet Brenda, who runs a community center in an old church that's seen generations come and go. The building's walls echo with memories of weddings, funerals, and Sunday suppers. She organizes food drives and events, fueled by a deep belief in her town and the people who call it home. Her energy is contagious, inspiring others to pitch in. "You don't walk away when things get tough," she says, her voice steady. "That's when you're needed most. We take care of each other no matter what." There's a fierce pride here, a deep, almost unbreakable connection to this patch of earth. The hills aren't just scenery, they're part of the people's identity. Former miners gather at a garage, sharing stories of camaraderie, hard work, and the unspoken code of looking out for each other. Their laughter is tinged with nostalgia. They know they're the last generation to work the coal seams, and they feel a duty to remember. Their stories are a living history, passed down with pride and a hint of sorrow. Hope here is practical: planting a garden, painting a house, checking on a neighbor. It's found in the small, everyday acts that keep the community strong. It's a refusal to give in to despair, a determination to make life better, however small the gesture. Every nail hammered, every meal shared, is an act of resilience. I meet a young man who chose to stay, even when so many others have left for bigger cities and new opportunities. He works nearby, fixing up a house in Keystone, determined to breathe new life into old walls. He sees possibility where others see only what's been lost. "Where else would I go?" he asks, looking at the mountains. "This is where my family is. It's quiet. It's beautiful. It's home. I want to build something here, not somewhere else." These stories aren't about defeat. They're about endurance, about finding ways to keep going and to keep loving this place, no matter what. In Keystone, hope is found in everyday acts, small kindnesses, shared burdens, and the quiet strength that comes from belonging. The people here are stubborn, proud, and deeply rooted. Their sense of place is as strong as the mountains themselves. They know what they have, and they hold on to it fiercely: family, tradition, and the land that raised them. This is a place where community means everything, where neighbors are more like family, and every gathering is a celebration of survival. In the heart of the hollow, life goes on, steady, unhurried, and full of quiet hope. And that's what makes Keystone special: the spirit of its people, the strength of its roots, and the stories that echo through the hills. In Keystone, where formal institutions have faded, community has grown stronger. It's the invisible glue that holds the town together, born of shared history and hardship. When someone needs help, neighbors show up, no questions asked. This spirit is a legacy of the coal camps, where survival depended on trust. Traditions keep the bonds strong. Summer picnics, church homecomings, simple gatherings that celebrate togetherness. Keystone's sense of belonging is powerful, a counter-narrative to an increasingly disconnected world. Here, you are known, your story matters, and you're part of something bigger. Interdependence is not a weakness but the town's greatest strength. It's the source of resilience and character. Against all odds, Keystone endures because of its people. Appalachian food is like its people, honest, unpretentious, and deeply satisfying. It's born of necessity, making the most of what the land provides. At a community potluck, tables overflow with pinto beans, cornbread, fried potatoes, collard greens, and homemade pies. Every dish has a story, a link to family and memory. Sharing food here is sharing history, a way to connect and care. The room fills with laughter and conversation, neighbors checking in on each other. A community meal is more than food. It's about coming together. In a world of isolation, this simple ritual is profoundly human. Here, a shared meal is an act of communion and resilience. It's a reminder that we need each other. As the sun sets over Keystone, hope lingers in the air. The people here know the challenges. They don't expect the cold days to return. Their hopes are smaller, more sustainable. Tourism, small businesses, sharing their heritage. They see their isolation as an asset, a draw for those seeking authenticity and beauty. There's talk of a museum, restoring old buildings and telling the town's story. The real hope lies in the next generation, creating a place where young people choose to stay. It's a long road, but the lights in the houses say the town isn't giving up. Keystone's people are survivors, looking toward the dawn. They honor their past, but their eyes are on the future. In this quiet, determined hope, the town finds its strength. Why does Keystone matter? In a world obsessed with progress, it's easy to dismiss a small Appalachian town, but to ignore Keystone is to ignore a vital part of the American story, the people and places that built this country. Keystone reminds us of the enduring value of community, of belonging, of looking out for each other. It challenges the simple narrative of progress and reveals a more complicated human reality. This is a story of sacrifice, resilience, and quiet dignity. Keystone is real, a place of beauty and hardship, tradition and uncertainty. In their struggle and kindness, the people here remind us what it means to be human. We should all be so lucky to have a place we'd fight for, a place we call home.